What does Race for Stanton, Associated Science and Development, the Onyx Labs, and the Zenith sniper rifle all have in common? All of these are going to be undergoing changes and going to be updated here in Star Citizen 4.3 since the PTU is now open to the general public. But hey, I'd like to welcome everyone back to the channel for another video. You guys already know who it is. It is the biggest bird in the verse, FC, aka Fried Chicken. And today, I'd like to welcome everyone back to another episode of Squawk Tawk. At the beginning of the weekend, Star Citizen went to 4.3 Evo, and then shortly afterwards, real fast, on Sunday, went to Open PTU for all backers. Now, initially, my first thought process when I first saw this in the morning on Sunday, I was like, there's no way that it went to Evo to Open PTU that fast. So I'm guessing CAG has been cooking on this update for quite a while, and maybe Race for Stanton was just kind of like some filler while they were working on the real content in the shadows. Who knows? But all I know is I had a lot of fun playing it. I didn't have too many issues. I hopped on a fresh server and then played later on throughout the day, and I realized how quickly that the servers were actually holding up pretty good. There wasn't a lot of issues, and it was kind of safe. This was a really nice PvE, I guess, sandbox activity, if you will. And I was just having a really good time playing around with it, just enjoying myself, playing with some of the homies, and just, trying to figure out how the whole entire puzzle is done overall, collecting the Zenith sniper rifle and, other things, just getting it done, just having a good time. I had a lot of fun with it, and I can't wait for it to hit live. CAG did some work here. They did some really good stuff, and, hopefully they keep on pushing it in this direction. With Star Citizen 4.3 being accessible by the general public now on the PTU, it also introduces a continuation of the sandbox activity related to the Associated Science and Development mission tree. Now, for someone who's into FPS combat, these Onyx Labs, Onyx Zones really did excite me, mainly because they have so much to offer. One, this is a PvE area that is located scattered all across Stanton at every single moon, and there's actual missions that ties into it, which will give you more information on the doctor who's committing all these heinous crimes with his crazy testing with these animals, the Valacar worms, the Apex worm, all that good stuff. There's a lot to be had here without spoiling it. There is some amazing visuals and a few new game mechanics that is only in these zones, so you must be careful when you hop into these areas because you don't know what to expect. There are also a few really cool puzzles that may take some people some time to actually figure out. Some of them actually require more than one hand to actually do, or if you're just really good with it, you can just do it by yourself. But there's some really cool things here to be found. Now, at these Onyx Labs or Onyx Zones, there's two separate areas. There's the research wing and then there's the engineering wing. Both of these holds a whole plethora of loot. The newest loot that is added to the game that I was able to discover is going to be obviously the Geist suits, which I do believe are not fully activated. I have a full set now in the game and it doesn't seem to do anything special like it's supposed to do. It's not turned on yet. Maybe in the future it will. Who knows? Gotta wait. And then also the Zenith sniper rifle. They're literally everywhere. They're on every single gun rack. They're literally held by NPCs all over the place, and it's extremely easy to find, and there's multiple colors and stuff of them, and it's just easy pickings if you're trying to find yourself one. So when live drops, I'm probably sure everyone will find one real quick and easy just because it's not hard at all to pick one up at all. Now, if you're someone who's worried about the whole entire PvP aspect of this entire thing, well, you shouldn't have to really worry, mainly because there's going to be over 100 of these facilities all scattered across the entire Stanton system. You are not able to quantum travel to these places unless you actually have a mission queued up that will lead you to it. So you shouldn't run into any players at all unless you happen to run into a player who maybe just be lurking around the corner, or they possibly finished up their mission and is just exploring. Now, the missions, once you complete them, they encourage you to leave in order to fully complete the mission. If you don't leave the facility, the mission won't complete. So again, this is realistically a PvE area that the game is trying to put onto us, which is not a bad thing, but always keep in mind that there could still be some PvP action just in case a player is lurking. You never know, people act like that and they do what they want to do, so make sure you keep your head always on a swivel. Race for Stanton and Star Citizen 4.3 got a whole bunch of updates so they can actually spawn properly and have the cargo elevators work properly. But hopping in the global and talking to the chat has revealed to me that there is still some, everlasting issues with this event. And in all honesty, I do believe that this whole entire Race for Stanton thing is more or less just a buffer so CAG has time to work on the actual next upcoming sandbox activity. I do believe CAG was a little lazy when it comes for Race for Stanton just because it's a little gimmicky. They give us a very easy task to complete in order to gain some pretty neat rewards. We get some guns, some armor, and some ship skins that's permanently tied to our account. That's awesome. I enjoy that. That's cool. But, I believe that they're working on the real project in the background, in the shadows, which is the continuation of the whole entire associated science and development sandbox activity. So only time will tell what we're going to see in the future because it's an ongoing development type of thing, and they're going to add more missions. And supposedly they're going to add a whole new zone to the whole entire area that is 100% going to be a cooperative zone, since it's no longer a cooperative zone. And boom, that is pretty much it. That is Squawk Talk for today. There's just so much to cover about 4.3. There's so many things going on. There's updates to ships. There's, updates to the whole entire Race for Stanton thing. There's just content everywhere. The whole entire Onyx Labs, how there's over 100 facilities. They are copy and paste, but the way how they function is really cool. There's a few new added game mechanics when it comes to the way how the nuclear reactor hits you. There's just so much to go off of. It's been a lot of fun. You guys watched me during my last live stream on Sunday, and I was legit having fun. The Zenith sniper rifle is a beast. I absolutely love it so far. It's a lot of fun. The Geist armor is in the game, and it's just a lot of content, a lot of cool stuff, and I can't wait to hop in more and study it, play it, understand it versus anything else out there in the game. And I'm just having fun. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of Squawk Talk. But yeah, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Please slap that like button because it really does help push me up in the algorithm so more eyes are able to see me. But you guys already know who it is. It is the biggest bird in the verse, FC, aka Fried Chicken. Big Bird out.